Hey, my fabulous friends. How are you today? I just wanted to come on to talk about something that I think is a major problem for authors, and I'm meaning traditionally published and self published authors. It's a difficult topic, and we're going to talk about it today. We're going to figure some stuff out. Um, you've got a book, you got a book in hand. You wrote it, you published it, that is your baby, and you've got copies in your hand, but they're simply not selling. I think this is a common theme among most authors. Did you know that most authors sell less than 250 copies of their book? And I think that a lot of this simply boils down to how we're marketing our books. So most people are just putting their books out there. Social media, maybe you do some paid sponsorships, some advertisements. There are so many different options to get you in front of an audience. But for the most part, I see a lot of authors just putting their stuff out there for their friends and family. This is not bad. This is not a bad method. But there's only so many friends and family that you have that are going to buy your book, right? You want to reach the masses. So the first thing you've got to get out of your mind is just stop selling to friends and family. They're going to buy it anyway, or they're not. Who knows? But that's not your audience. That's not your go-to when you want to sell your books. So we're going to just mark that off the table. Put it out there on your personal page. Be proud of what you've done. It's a great accomplishment, and you want your friends and family to celebrate you, but they're not you're the majority of your book sales. So I think when it comes down to selling books, so most authors are selling one of two ways. You've got traditional publishing, and there is a sense of responsibility on the publishing house to sell your book for you. That's just not reality. Take it from someone who has run a publishing house. There's so much to do. There's so many balls in the air, and that tends to be the first that drops. There is a lot of responsibility that falls back on the author to market and sell their books. And then on the other side, you have those who are indie published. I think that a lot of times writers just want to write. That's what they want to do. But there's so much more to it. Writing is actually a very small piece of the pie in selling books, the overall publishing experience. Writing that book was the easy part. And we all know that's tough. But that was the easy part. Now you've got to market yourself. You've got to market your book. You've got to have some kind of brand because you want to sell a lot of copies, right? So you've got to get out of that mindset that people are just going to find and buy your book. So what's the key? How do I sell more copies of my book? Well, first, you've got to sell yourself. You've got to sell people on the idea that you're fantastic and they want to buy and read your book. How many, I'll say indie books, but also little known authors that are traditionally published, smaller publishing houses, how many books are you actually purchasing that you are completely unaware of who wrote them? Their writing style? Is it something that you enjoy? See, people don't know that they want to read your books until they know. You've got to let them know. But if you're just being salesy and you're pushing it out there like, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book, they're not going to buy your book. They're actually going to stop following you. They're going to get as far away from you as they can. People don't want to be pushed into sales. They actually want to make that choice for themselves. So how are we doing this? We're offering something bigger. We're offering them something that they find helpful, something that they find useful. And this is going to be a freebie. So you're going to put a little bit of work into pulling people in. It's sales funneling. And you've got to have something that draws people to you. So let's go back to that book that you wrote. What is that book about? What are some of the themes? Are there certain topics that you can expand on and teach someone something? And it doesn't matter if you have those themes in your book or not. You may have a book about, I don't know, another world. It's sci-fi, it's fantasy, it's something so out there that it doesn't touch on anything that the normal everyday person can relate to. That's okay. What can you teach about the process? The writing process is difficult. And there's a lot of good information out there that's coming from newbie authors with debut novels that are going, hey, this is what I expected. This is what I got. Can you teach someone how to simplify that writing process? Maybe. You could offer a freebie that talks about the publishing process. You could talk about freebies that give information about editing, like how did you edit your book before you sent it into a publisher or an agent? Where did you go to get your formatting done? How did you come up with an idea for your cover? You're going to speak to so many people out there that are writing their own books, and you're going to offer them something that they find of value. And for doing that, they're going to appreciate you and they're going to start to follow you. And that's where the money starts rolling in. So you've got some followers, you've built your people, not friends and family. Remember that. You've built your people. They're following you. They're getting good advice from you. They trust you. They're going to buy your book. Want to know more about sales funnels, the publishing process, how to get your book out there, how to make money in your free time? I want you to go visit my website, karlimichelle.com. I have a lot of freebies. You're going to want to sign up for my freebies. So there's going to be a pop-up on the screen that has you, it prompts you to sign up for my newsletter. Sign up for that newsletter because the first thing I'm going to send you is a link to all of my freebies. And there are a ton. It's really great information, some really great resources, all free to you. I don't need anything but your email. It's going to help me build my email list. And I'm not even going to try to sell you my book. The Day After Yesterday, a book about caretaking for Alzheimer's patients, written in fiction. But, I mean, if you want to buy my book, you should buy my book. So go to my website, snag my freebies, let me know what you think, and shoot me an email if you want some help. I try to respond to every single email in a timely manner.